Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. What we're going to be doing today is a reading on something that we did in the past and are now being asked to revisit it. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be, let's just say, I'm going to go with an artist, something that you did a long time ago or even not that long ago. And you put your best effort at that time towards it. And maybe at that time, you're like, this is the best I can do, and I like what I put out, and here it is. And you thought maybe that was your final project. But now that you have acquired a new skill, even sharpened your existing skills, learned something new, you're going to go back and touch something up. You're going to go back and revisit something and improve it, make it better. So this could be a project you started working on. Again, it could be a piece of art that you created. It could be something in your life that you have been working on and you just decided, you know what, I can make that better. So I'm going to revisit it and I'm going to put my new skills towards it and I'm going to make this better. So if that sounds good to you, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So thank you all again so much for joining me. Let's jump right in. All right, we're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. So let's take a look at something that you are revisiting to improve it. And again, improve its quality. Improve whatever it is. It could be even a relationship. Maybe you had a relationship with somebody and you're now looking to go back and make it better. It could be an existing relationship. Hey, I learned something new. I got this new skill set and I want to improve this. So whatever that situation is in your life, think about that, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Okay. So the first one that came out is Door to Value. All right. So maybe with this thing that you're revisiting, it's something that you perceive as could be a money-making opportunity, okay? You're seeing the value in something, and it doesn't have to be the value in the item or the project. It could even be your own value. It could be your personal value to yourself and how others perceive you. Okay, so again, in going back and revisiting something, you're looking at what the value in doing that is. Okay, if I'm improving this, what's going to come from that? Then we also have patience here. So with patience, I associate this with the Temperance card. It is basically taking the middle road on something. Again, not going to any one extreme or the other. And the way I'm taking that, again, if we're revisiting something, maybe before you did take a more lax approach towards something, or perhaps you took more of an extreme approach towards something and you're looking to rein that back in. So whatever it is that you're revisiting, you're seeing it from a different perspective now because you've learned some new skill, okay? And now you're like, I'm going to approach this way this time because maybe last time I approached it the wrong way, or I went too much or not enough, whatever the situation is. All right, let's get one more, please. All right, and we have Walking Away. Interesting. So that could have taught you something about, I'm getting like abandonment. Maybe you abandon a project. Okay, so let's just go to that. If you were working on some kind of project and you decided this isn't working out the way I had expected it to, and I feel the need to leave it behind. Okay, if that makes sense. Could be a relationship. Maybe something wasn't working out for you and you're like, you know what, I need to walk away from this. I also do this approach when I'm doing, like, let's just say a crossword puzzle, okay? Sometimes you're looking for that one word. It's like that last word on the list and you just cannot find it. Sometimes putting it down, going and putting your mind and your energy into something else for a short time and then coming back to it, it's like easily identified. You're like, wow, how did I miss this the first time around? So I love that these all tie together because sometimes we need to reevaluate things and come back to them and take a look at them in a different perspective. Or again, with a new skill set is what I'm getting with this. All right, let's go to the tarot. Let's find out what this door to value is. What are we looking at with this door to value? Thank you. And that looks like it came out in reverse. Nope. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. The ultimate epitome of door to value. So I did mention that whatever it is that you are revisiting, you're seeing value in it, or you're seeing value in yourself. Okay. So maybe you are investing in whatever this project is, and doing so is investing in yourself, right? Maybe before you weren't willing to bet on yourself. I'm thinking of it as like a horse race. What's the horse that's going to win? Maybe you would never have bet on yourself to win, right? But now you're reevaluating something and you're looking at it in a different perspective and saying, you know what? Maybe I am of value and my work is of value. And so now I want to actually invest in myself and what it's going to produce in my life, okay? Creating a legacy, creating wealth and prosperity. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, what else do we have? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, very good, because I'm getting that with whatever it was that you were not wanting to invest in or put your energy into, there was a lack of passion behind it, okay? So that could have been one of the reasons that you just weren't wanting to do it. You know, again, because this could be tied to so many facets in each of your lives, I'm trying to generalize it, but I feel that it is monetary gains, okay? So this could be like cryptocurrency. This could be some investment, money, material-wise, that maybe it came up before and you're like, yeah, no, I don't know about that. I don't want to put all my money, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I'm not going to invest in that. And if it was yourself, again, this could be like self-worth things that you're working on within yourself. Now that you have this passion and this drive to do something, it's actually fueling your fire to move forward with something that, again, maybe previously you just didn't have that sort of drive to go for it. I love that. Oops. All right, and then we also got the Three of Wands. All right, now a lot of wand energy. So good, that's very passionate, fiery energy. It's also about growth. So with the Three of Wands, this is about us choosing our path and actually making steps forward towards it. So if, again, you did start to do something and then backed off for whatever reason, now you are actually like, all right, I'm going to start going in that direction again. So whatever this pertains to in your life, again, relationships, a project, it could be a job. Maybe you started applying for jobs and you kept getting turned down over and over again. And now you're like, all right, I'm ready to get back on that horse and go passionately towards whatever it is. Maybe you changed what it is you want to move towards in its entirety. Okay, maybe you initially applied to be a nurse and you're like, you know what, maybe I don't like blood so much. Maybe I might go do this other thing instead. You know, maybe I might want to volunteer for a little bit, get some time under my belt, and then I'll be ready to go reapply as either the same thing or something different. All right, so I think this is beautiful because what it's telling me about you, collective, is that you're now in a position to bet on yourself and to invest not only your money, but your time and your energy into this project. And that's what's going to make it flourish. Okay. So again, before maybe some of you are very little in and out and not so much, or you went too much, like too much too fast. And you felt like, okay, I need to pull back a little because it was just a little excessive. You know, I didn't get the results I was looking for. So you're almost re-gauging the amount of energy or money that you are putting into something. And it's working out to your benefit in this situation. Good for you. All right, let's take a look at this patience card. So there might be something that, again, we're being called to take the middle road. Have patience with something that's growing within you. What is it? What are we dealing with here? Okay. Seven of Pentacles is the epitome of patience. I like how these come out. It's so funny to me. All right. So we have the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So Seven of Pentacles. You have planted your seeds, whatever the seeds were, okay? You've put your energy into something. And again, maybe you came awfully far in whatever it was you invested in. And then that was when you pulled back and were like, yeah, I don't know about this. And now you're like, okay, I'm ready to pick it back up again and to keep moving forward. But you have to have patience that whatever you have already planted is going to grow. Now, with the Six of Wands, this is basically guaranteed success in whatever endeavor that you're dealing with here, okay? Ace of Pentacles now is all about Spirit basically handing you help, okay? So what do you need help in? Do you need a partner? Do you need to open this business and have a partner that's going to balance you in some way? Do you need a little extra money to get started with it? You know, so whatever this is with the Ace of Pentacles, it is a gift from the universe. The universe is like, hey, we have seen your effort. All right. We're going to help you out by offering you something and helping you to work towards whatever it is that you need to work towards. And not only that, but it's not just Spirit in the universe that's giving you this green light to kind of keep going, but other people around you are also noticing, okay? So if you are putting your energy into something, you're seeing the results. And again, at first the results might be minimal, but you're still growing. And again, you're having this patience as it is growing, understanding that things do take time. With the Six of Wands, this is like them coming forward, you know, them, I say, whoever it is that's noticing you, and being like, oh, you know, before maybe this person didn't have the right approach and I didn't understand whatever they were doing. But now that I am seeing it in this new light, and again, you possibly taking a different approach to it, people are like, oh, wow, look at what this person is doing. I really commend them for the effort that they're putting in. And the project or whatever that they're working on is starting to shine and to starting to attract a certain type of people and success and victory. Okay? So you don't have to worry about failure. And I'm getting that that was one of the things that may have tripped you up in the past too. Failure can sneak up on you as fear, and you're like, ugh, I don't know how this thing's going to turn out. So you kind of pull the reins on it and say, maybe I shouldn't do this yet because I'm so afraid that I'm just going to fail at it. You know, but now you have like more faith in yourself and you believe in yourself again. And this is also having other people notice. I love that. All right. Let's get into the walking away. I want to know more about this walking away. All right. We have the Ace of Cups. All right. So a couple things came up for me with this. First of all, this is a renewal in love. So we are walking away from things that don't feel like love. All right. Now, however that looks to you in your life, in your situation, this could be, again, pouring your own cup of love before you fill someone else's. Maybe you tried to do something over here, but you were trying to do it before you fully believed in yourself or fully loved yourself. Okay. And so that's why you had to put it down and say, you know what? I need to do some inner work first, fill my own cup up with love, and then maybe I can come back to this and take a new approach. Now that I believe in myself more, now that I love myself more, now I'm pouring my love into everything that I touch. Okay. It's like your King Midas. Everything you touch turns into gold. It's beautiful. Okay. What else do we have here? We have the Star. I love the Star. Because so many of us, all right, the Star comes after the Tower. And what is the Tower? The tower is a crumbling of something. It is destruction of something that was not built on a solid foundation. So again, maybe our love was not solid. And I'm getting more that it was our love for ourself. Okay, maybe we didn't love ourselves enough to feel that we deserved to have this legacy or this investment in ourself, right? Again, this feels very much like a self-worth and a confidence situation. So Spirit is here to help you do something with this monetary investment in you, right? To help you out, to get you going. And that also your cup is always full. And that is something that I'm gathering that a lot of us didn't believe in at some point, okay? We didn't believe that our love for ourselves could be so unbelievably strong and that it would emanate out from us. And in turn, show in our work. And again, this is what people are noticing. When you start to put your own love into your projects, that's what people see and feel, okay? Feelings are not bad. Feelings are not wrong. We're allowed to put emotions and feelings into things, okay? And sometimes emotions can be crying, and emotions can be anger, sadness. It does not always have to be love and light, right? Sometimes going through and crying our eyes out is the best thing for us. It is an emotional somatic release. And it's telling ourselves that it's okay to look forward to tomorrow because I've already had the crumbling occur. And I appreciate that crumbling because what it showed me was that I had something that was potentially built on, I'm getting like quicksand. Maybe you tried to build something and it just wasn't on a solid foundation. So it had to crumble. Now you're rebuilding something and it is on a much more solid foundation, which is bringing you now the money, the riches, the wealth, the prosperity, even the accolades, the appreciation, the victory, the success that you have wanted all along. Okay? So we're having hope for what is next to come. We're going to keep moving forward, and that's kind of our positive attitude. We're like, I got this. Spirit's got my back. I've got my own back. I'm going to take care of me. I'm also being taken care of, and I feel trustworthy of myself and my actions that I'm going to keep moving forward in this, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, let's keep going here. All right, 8 of Pentacles. I had a feeling that was going to come out because that's right in between this 7 and the 10. So, again, this is us picking up where we left off here with the Patience card and saying, I'm going to keep working at this, whatever this skill or talent is. You're like, I'm going to say, if I did 8 of something before, now I'm going to produce double that. I'm going to try 16. Okay? Or you're going to go back and revamp the 8 that you initially made, whatever these are. Again, I'm kind of leaning towards art pieces or whatever it is that you do. Maybe it is projects, okay? Maybe you started something and you were impatient and it didn't grow as fast as you expected it to. And so you had to come back and reassess, reevaluate. And now you're putting that work in. Yep, there's the bottom of the deck. It's the Tower. I knew it was going to be here. So the thing about the Tower is, again, it feels drastic. It feels sudden. It feels terrifying even. Like, oh no, I'm losing everything in my life. And it can be humbling, right? But now that this is gone and done with, we are now in a position to build something so much stronger, and it's going to last, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles here. That is basically like you are secure for the rest of your life. You are all set. Not only are you going to be able to take care of your family and your own legacy, but there's going to be more than enough to also help others out when they need it, okay? You're going to have this strong sense of community within your group. And I'm getting group because there's like, okay, somebody out there has the idea to build like a compound. Like, let's build a compound and exchange our services with each other and help each other out in some way. So, back in the old days, you would have a blacksmith. You would have somebody that could grow plants. You would have somebody that could be a doctor, a nurse. There are so many job sets, let's just say, or skill sets that we all carry. And we're going to figure this out as a community to say we're all going to work together and we're going to make this happen. Because that's like ultimately the best plan to move forward, right? So again, I don't look at money as a monetary thing, okay? They say money is the root of all evil. Not necessarily true, but if that's your only goal in life is to have all the money in the world, then yes, it turns evil. It can get to that place. I think of money as an energetic exchange, okay? So first of all, what are you willing to do with your energy to acquire money? And if you have a skill set or some sort of value to exchange with someone else, what is that worth to you? Okay? So we're reassessing our values of money, what it is to be the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Doesn't mean you have yachts and mansions and multiple houses and 20 cars, and it doesn't mean any of that. It really does not. What it means is that you have enough in your lifetime to be well off and to help others as well. And it also means that your skill sets that you carry will also carry you to the end of your days. So there's nothing that's going to run out. It will never run out because your energy that you create is infinite. Okay? So whatever it is you're doing with your skill sets, that's what is creation, right? So even if your, let's just say, monetary money runs out, guess what? Putting these hands back to work, I'm going to create something new and it's going to bring me more of what I need. All right? It's a symbiotic relationship between you, your community, with the universe, because you are constantly able to create. All right, I want to look at what spirit animals want to come out for this reading. So let's get one for each pile. Please give me one for door to value. Okay, we have the hyena. And for patience, we have the bear. And one for walking away. All right, we have the hawk. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we're going to start with the hyena. The hyena is humor, wit, and sarcasm. So they are a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface, they are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. So it is time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? All right, that is very, very interesting because it does go very well with what we were talking about, okay? So maybe for those of you who didn't believe in yourself, okay, and didn't take your goals seriously, could be the reason that you put it down for a while. So I will say that one of the things it says in here to bring into balance is sobriety. So it is very possible that for some people who are listening to this reading, that has played a major factor in one of the reasons that you may have given up, okay? I'm getting that like you got overtaken by the drink. So in those situations, that can be very tough to overcome that situation, okay? It actually came to me the other day. about like functioning alcoholics. Are we really functioning as an alcoholic? Maybe you only do it at night, or maybe you only do it on the weekends, or at special occasions, whatever your situation is. Maybe there was something that you were telling yourself about it that was making it easier for you to swallow that maybe you knew you had some kind of addiction, okay? And again, maybe your value of yourself or your self-worth was not very high. So this could be a lot of the reason why some of the projects that you started or whatever it was did not ever become fruitful or completely go to fruition. Now, the Knight of Wands, I did mention that this is about going passionately towards something. But the Knight of Wands can also be, in the reverse, very finicky and very in and out. Like, I'm unsure, so I'm going to go and then I'm going to draw back. And I'm going to go and then I'm going to come back. So, with the hyena being here, maybe you took something as a joke. Like, I'm going to try to do this thing, but I'm not very serious about it. And if I quit or if I fail, it's not a big deal because I didn't really put my whole effort into it anyways, So, sarcasm, I used to be a very, very sarcastic person. And as I kind of healed over the years, that just like kind of fell out of me and became less and less. I don't know. Sarcasm, they say, is like truth buried under a joke, right? Like when you sarcastically say something about a person, and then you be like, I'm just kidding. Like there is truth underneath that, right? So again, I'm getting more of you were doing this to yourself. You were sarcastically being like, yeah, I'm not even going to try very hard at this because I already don't feel like I can succeed. So if I fail, it's like, whatever, at least I have control over the situation because I already knew I was going to fail. So with the hyena, it's good to be in balance with the hyena. Again, to be witty, to be chatty, to be funny even, right? But the opposite of that is to kind of be underhanded. Like I'm getting like underhanded compliments. So if you kind of hand out underhanded compliments, that would be like, you're pretty strong for a girl. So it's like a positive that is attached with a negative undertone. Okay. So however that looks to you, that's kind of what's coming out with the hyena. And that again is very highly a good reason why you did not finish or complete whatever it was you initially picked up or tried to do here. Okay. Even in a relationship. Maybe you started to get into a relationship or wanted to get into a relationship. But then you were like, no, it's not for me. I'm not good enough. Or you kind of underhandedly said to yourself, that person doesn't want me anyways. I'm not even going to try. Whatever that situation is to you, I think it's going to vary from person to person and really dependent on, again, whatever it was that you were in the midst of attempting to do. All right, I want to take a look now at the bear. So the bear is waking from a spiritual slumber and beginning anew. I love this. Okay? I'm tying all of this together now. It's like, here's the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit handing you the seed, being like, plant it. It's going to flourish. I guarantee it. You will have victory and success. All you need is patience. So it's like you're waking up and realizing that these things that you started before had some merit to them. But again, maybe you didn't approach them in the correct manner the first time around. And now you're like, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to try again. And it's going to be better this time. Because again, now I know better. Or I have acquired a new skill. I have tested things maybe in some other realm of possibility, and you're like, okay, I've seen how this outcome has worked for me in the past, and maybe I need to just try something a little different. So when the bear's awakening from slumber, I kind of also associate this with the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. At first, they're a little slow in their progress, okay? And they don't quite understand how to use the tools that they've acquired. But they are ready to go in a new direction, and that they have experienced that personal transformation. They just don't necessarily know how to use it. So there might be obstacles that show up. You may feel that navigating these emotions or these new skill sets might be tricky or cumbersome. But it does mention that the warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. So we are just about on the cusp of spring here, and this is North America. So to bring into balance, it is indicating movement and exercise. So when you are in balance, you will feel your inner strength and you will feel your yearning to grow. When you're out of balance, you get that withdrawal energy, the lethargy, and the heaviness. And why, oh why, did that bring me back to the hyena with the sobriety, right? It very much took me to a place of someone waking up with a hangover and being like, ugh, I feel terrible. What did I do last night? How much did I drink last night? Or whatever it is. And then you just feel yuck from it, right? So now you're reevaluating your situation. You're approaching it differently. And again, maybe it is your temple, your body that you're focusing on. You're pouring that self-love into your body and saying, I deserve better. I'm not going to do this anymore because it feels like shit. And I don't wish that on anybody. So now I'm going to take this effort and I'm going to put it towards strengthening myself, pouring the self-love in, and saying I deserve better and choosing to do better for yourself. I think that's beautiful. All right, now we're going to get over to the hawk. So this is watchful, all-seeing, and a messenger of divinity. So the keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. Fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. So when they're in balance, they see clearly and are very intuitive. And to bring it into balance is a perspective shift, which we already indicated we needed back here, right? When you are out of balance, you see too much or are suspicious. All right. Hawkeye. I'm asking if anybody has seen a hawk in their real life, or has it come to you in like meditation as a spirit animal, like a symbol of something? Because to me, this always says you need to look at things from a bigger perspective, okay? So maybe some of us were too much in the little nitty-gritty of our lives and looking at the little details and the obstacles and things that were difficult, but weren't able to open up fully and see the bigger picture of how kind of everything is laid out, right? Maybe you were so concerned about this one little problem that you were ignoring the others and weren't able to fully see the whole picture. Now, this indicated a messenger. So, you have the Ace of Cups here. You also have the stars, or the star. You might be getting some kind of message here in the near future. And I'm getting that you're only going to receive it if you are able to walk away from that which does not serve you. So, Walking away has opened up the realm of new possibilities for you. Okay? In leaving some of this behind, it has done a world of difference for you, and your growth is witnessed by yourself, by divinity, by humanity. Everybody is noticing. I'm getting like this is your glow up era. You go. All right. We're going to close this reading out with some messages of Cosmic Oracle. So let's close this out and just get some closing messages for the collective, please. All right. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. So again, sarcasm. This might be for some of you who tend to be more pessimistic about things, right? What is the outcome going to be? Oh, don't worry, it's going to suck. I'm going to lose. I'm going to fail. Like, things are not going to work out for me. If you tend to be more sarcastic and pessimistic, this is what Spirit is asking you to walk away from. Okay? Think positive. What do you want in your life? Call it in. Say, I want this. I have this. I'm grateful for all this. If you complain about things all the time, you're going to get more of that. Okay? One of the biggest things that I keep hearing people say is, I don't want this. Universe doesn't understand that jargon. You're calling in whatever it is you're talking about because you're putting energy to it. If you say, I do want this, rather than I don't want this, that's what you're going to get. So, Spirit is calling you to focus your thoughts on positive outcomes, and that's what's going to come in for you. That's the law of attraction. Say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. All right, see, that's that walking away. You've got to leave that stuff behind. It's baggage, it's heavy, you don't want to carry it. It's taking me to like an airport and getting on an airplane. You cannot bring everything in the kitchen sink with you to travel. And I know so many of us overpack because you're like, okay, I'm going to be gone for 3 days, but I need 8 outfits just in case the weather is this, or I have to go to this place, or I have this kind of event. What if I have to go swimming? What if this, like that's kind of where our thoughts are getting the best of us, right? You're being asked to travel light into this new era. And that's not a bad thing. It means you can leave that stuff in the past and move forward with a clear conscience, with a lighter weight on your shoulder, or no weight at all, right? You choose what you get to move forward with. But think about how heavy it is to walk and how slow you go when you have all that baggage on your back, right? Oh my God. Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. I literally just said that. Okay? So, lighten your load. Spirit is asking you to let it go. It's not your burden to carry. That's what I keep hearing. So, 10 of Wands. It's not your burden to carry. And whatever the burden is that you are carrying, assess it. Do I really need to carry this? And if you cannot figure out if you need to carry it, ask yourself, why are you carrying it? Is it my burden? Is it somebody else's burden? Why am I carrying this burden? Can I just let it go? If the answer is yes, then do that. And if it is forgiveness that is the burden that you're carrying, because somebody did something terrible to you and you cannot forgive them, that's going to hinder your progress as well. Forgiveness is the ultimate way to lift weight off your shoulders and to be able to more quickly move forward. When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. I love this, right? So many of us find something that excites us and are like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't know the reasons why. We're all different, right? Some of us might get discouraged from it. Again, put sarcasm behind it. Maybe we don't think we can succeed at it. So we just automatically are like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I would fail at it. Again, that's the negative thought process that might be behind it. So, if something excites you, do it. The only thing that matters in this lifetime is your own happiness and joy. And if it pisses someone else off, then let it. You are here for your own life, and you are the one that matters to yourself. Some people get pissed off because they can't be happy. Again, maybe they're stuck in these negative thought patterns and this sarcasm, and they are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. And so to see you happy is like, wait a minute, if I can't be happy, then neither can you. And they try to do everything they can to hold you back. Don't let that happen, all right? Speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. All right. So throat chakra, that's all about your voice is your power. I speak my truth and say it with loud voice and clarity because you mean it. It's actually bringing me to some people who might have a very meek voice and tremble when they talk because they don't know if someone else is going to be receptive to it. So these are the people that likely, as childhood, were silenced. And their voice was not heard and felt that it didn't matter. Right? We're adults now. You get to choose if your voice matters. And if you have your self-worth and your self-value, then yes, your voice does matter. This is also taking me to causes. So like charities and different things. So you're actually speaking up and speaking out against things, okay? So again, maybe you have this negative thinker that's carrying these burdens and is sarcastic, right? And when you do go and try to do something that excites you, they're trying to hold you back and be like, yeah, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? It's stupid, whatever it is they say. And you're like, guess what? It makes me happy and I'm going to do it. I don't care what your opinion is of it. You can keep your opinions to yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting with it, right? Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. All right. That's one of the biggest things that when you first go through that spiritual awakening, again with the bear, waking up from hibernation, you want answers. You're seeking answers constantly, and you're like, I want to know everything about everything because I feel like I've been asleep for so long. But here's the thing. You're going to search for answers, and you might ask 10 different people the same question and get 10 different variations of an answer or all different viewpoints of an answer. So what this is trying to tell you is to trust your own inner guidance, right? So if something doesn't feel right, something doesn't look right, trust that. You know better than anybody else. You can ask somebody else about something, but if you don't necessarily trust them as a person, are you going to trust them with some really deep, complex question about something? I would rather trust my inner guidance and my inner knowing than to go asking other people for what they think. Because, again, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get somebody else's opinion that's got this sarcastic, negative thought pattern glazed over it, and they don't want to see you excited and happy about something. So, we're not trusting other people when we're asking them about things that are going on in our own lives. We're now going to our own conclusions and saying, I trust what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. This is also, to me, about higher learning. So it's all in who you trust and why you trust the source that you're getting the information from, okay? Evaluate the person or the source of the information. If you can't go to them and tell them a secret, you probably shouldn't be asking them life advice. All right, that one and this one. We'll make these the last 2. All right, so you could use some self-care time like now. schedule it in. So this is for you people who like to light both ends of the candle. Like, I don't get enough sleep, I don't get enough rest, I don't get enough downtime. Again, doing the things that excite you. That's self-care. What excites you? Go do that. That's self-care. And then guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in and let it go. So I'm tying these to these two cards up here. This is about saying goodbye to your past and leaving the baggage behind. Guilt is baggage. And it can also feel like a weight on your shoulders, right? Nobody's asking you to carry guilt. And if they are, again, look at the source. Why are we carrying this guilt? Is it my guilt? Or is it your guilt projecting onto me? Do I have to carry your guilt around forever? All right. The bottom of the deck on this one is, what has your inner voice been asking you to do? Listen and act. Again, stop looking outside of yourself for the answers, because you already know what it is you need to do. You're going to go towards that which excites you and that what makes you feel good, right? And not to allow the negative thoughts and the sarcasm and the other stuff clouding your judgment. Okay, substance abuse, alcoholism, whatever it is, the guilt, the carrying the weight on your shoulders, the baggage you're carrying around for whatever reason. So, that is your reading for today. And I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. This has been a beautiful, beautiful reading. And I'm glad it came up because somebody needed to hear this. And I think all of us really needed to hear this, right? We're cutting out that which does not serve us. We're moving forward in a beautiful direction. And Spirit has your back the entire way. And again, things might feel a little clunky at first. But guess what? You're doing it. You're doing the thing. You're moving forward. You're gaining accolades and success. Spirit's helping you in whatever way you can be helped, as long as you're willing to go forward. And that's all that you're being asked to do. Take that first step. You'll be successful no matter what. All right, everybody. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. Keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. And I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and love. So, so, so much love from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all so much. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.